The following is a podcast meant for adults and discuss things like sexual content and alcohol use. Listener discretion is advised.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy JB. I'm one half of your co-hosting team for the Drunk Texting Podcast. The podcast where we have some drink talk, some mess, and help you get through your thirsty Thursday, but not this week. It's only weekend. Yes, I said that, but not this week. It's all Kristal's fault. We were gonna drop it on Thursdays, but Kristal plus Christmas, so we're dropping it on a Friday. So hopefully your I don't know. Is there a drink that we could use for Friday? Something Friday. Your Fluff It Fridays.
Um, Flight Friday.
Your Flight Friday. There we go. That worked. The Flight Friday. Since we can't do Thirsty Thursdays, like I said, it's Kristal's fault. But with that being said, we're gonna hand things over to my co-host. Please tell the people who you are and what your adjective is for this week. I suggest the late Kristal Deshan.
Wow. Hurt. I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
Ain't even really started the episode yet. We already starting with the shenanigans.
Yes. That's gonna be my adjective of the week. I am the hurt. Kristal Sham.
Wow, the hurt.
About hurt.
Wow, she's hurt, ladies and gentlemen. She's hurt.
I'm hurt.
She's hurting.
I'm hurting.
Her feelings. What was that one meme? He hurt my feelings.
Feelings.
Hurt my feelings.
Yes, my poor feelings.
That's how she's feeling right now. But yeah, we're gonna get into today's episode as only we can. Before we get into today's episode, please, as we say every week, because we mean it every week, please remember to always drink responsibly, never drink and drive, but sometimes drink and text. And with that being said, I am drinking on some wine. It's still the Christmas season, the holiday season, for those who don't celebrate Christmas. And I am drinking out of my brand new Sonic 3 memorabilia cup that I got over last weekend when Gabby and I went out of town to celebrate her birthday. There will be more on that in a moment. I'm drinking wine out of it because I can do what I want. It's my cup. It's my house. Please, Miss Kristal, tell the people what you're drinking on.
I am drinking, just out of my simple little thrift store glass. Damn. I know I gotta taste it to see. Some pineapple.
Something pineapple. Oh my lord.
Cran pineapple.
With what?
And little Jose Cuervo pineapple. No, pineapple 1800.
Okay. Okay. I was about to say, we've been sitting here so long before we started today's episode, she done forgot what she done mixed. Lord.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. But yeah, we're going to get into today's episode. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different because unlike our usual format, since it's the holiday season, like I said 2 days ago was Christmas. You see, Kristal still has her Christmas tree up, and that's what they say is bad luck to go into the new year with the Christmas tree still up. So, hope you get that taken down in a couple days.
It'll be down.
Bet ours is probably going to come down this weekend as well. Would have come down today, but my loving wife was like, "No, you don't have to take it down. It's still so pretty. We worked so hard to put it up, so." It's going to stay up a couple more days. But speaking of my wife, like I said, this past weekend was her birthday weekend. Specifically, her birthday was the 23rd. Yes, she had the birthday 2 days before Christmas. But this year, we decided to do something fun. Kind of what we do every year for my birthday. We decided to do it for her birthday this year because that's what she wanted to do. We went to a place in northern Georgia, in Duluth, Georgia specifically. It's called Jeju Spa and Sauna. Now, before I get real deep into this, that wasn't the only thing we did when we went up there because we spent the whole weekend from Friday to Monday up there. But that was like the big thing that we did. We go there at least once a year. In 2025, we're going to try to go there more than just once a year. We're going to try to go like every 2 or 3 months if we can. It's a real fun place. It's a Korean spa. Very, very Korean bathhouse style. There's the area. And I always tell people who have never been to Jeju, I always give them the heads up because you have to give them the heads up. When you go in, it's a $40 charge to get in. Then they're going to separate you by genders. They're going to give you a little uniform. It's going to be a t-shirt, some shorts. You go into your individual locker room because they give you a wristband that has your key to your locker that's on the wristband. You go into your individual locker room. You are going to see some naked people. Point blank. Period.
You get naked.
They're going to be in there naked, butt naked. And the thing about it is because it's like I said, it's Korean bathhouse style. They have an inner area inside of the locker room that you can go where they have a hot tub, like lukewarm tub, and then like a cold tub. They have like a UV ray area, so you can like sit in the UV ray area. Then they have 2 saunas in the bathhouse area. And the thing about those areas is you have to shower before you partake in any of that if you're going to do it in the bathhouse area. So you walk into the locker room, you put your stuff in your locker, get naked if you want to go into the bathhouse. Go into the bathhouse, you shower, then you can go and get in the hot tub, you get in the UV lamp, you can get in the saunas if that's what you want to do. You can also get body scrubs. Now, I'm gonna say this, and I'll admit this. My wife, the last like 4 times we went, she's gotten the body scrub. She loves it. She's like, oh my God, you feel so soft. Your skin, you just feel so soft. Like they just scrub your sins away. Because it's like, I mean, they do. They scrub you. And the reason I can say that is because this time I decided to get a scrub. I decided to do just the basic shampoo scrub. And yeah, I'll admit, it was not as bad as I was assuming it was going to be. Truthfully. It was a good time. It was a good time. I will say she was absolutely right. I felt soft. I felt smooth and soft and clean. The dude that scrubbed me down, he was probably like the funniest guy because literally like he would throw the water on me after he would like scrub and then he'd be like, "You all right? You good?" And I'm just like, "Yeah." He was like, "All right," and I was like, "He gonna ask me that every time he throw water on me?" And so like he would scrub, water, scrub, water, and I was like, ah. And I wouldn't actually like make a noise, but I think because my body would flinch because it's a reaction if you're not expecting it, especially like, again, you're naked, so your body is just out to the open air. So when your body's open to the air, then somebody throws warm water on you, it's gonna like, huh. So literally, just like boom, ha, and I was like, oh man. But outside of the bathhouse area, you go into the common area. You got to put on the uniform, like I told you, the shirt, the short. Go into the common area. Now the common area is wonderful. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 different rooms that you can go into that are all wonderful in different temperatures, different types of material on the wall for different effects. So there's like a golden jewel room. There's a salt rock room. I can't remember what the hottest room is. There's the ice room, but the ice room that tends to be like closer to the last thing we do because it's just like, all right. We done warmed up, get the blood flowing. Now let's cool off to tighten everything up. They got like,
Take into the ice room.
What?
Cold room.
What?
The one time we went, I was like, let's go back to the cold room. I get hot easily, and I hate being hot.
That's tragic. Then you must hate the heated floors.
No, I actually really love the heated
Bro,
floors.
the heated floors, and that is another part of the common area. The heated floors, bro, I understand why people be laying down on the floor in there. Because, like, they be on the floor just, dang.
Shoot.
It is wonderful.
I know I sat on that floor. Comfy. It's like that perfect warm temperature.
It is. And they also got, they have a cafeteria with Korean food. Oh, I think I get the beef bulgogi every time I go. And I try, and the thing is, I want to branch out, but I know beef bulgogi is gonna be good every time, so I just like beef bulgogi every time, and every single time, and it's wonderful. They have like a foot flexology thing where you can get like feet massages, but they work on like the different pressure points in your feet. They have acupuncture, or as they say, acupressure. It's still needles, okay? So don't do that. Then they even have a nail salon. But I will give everybody that hears me today, I will give them fair warning. The nail salon is not affiliated with Jeju, meaning you can't just scan your wristband and then pay for it when you leave. You have to pay the nail salon when you're in there and before you can leave. We thankfully had our phones. When we were the one time that we did go up to the nail salon, so I was able to pay for it. With Apple Pay because they take Apple Pay. I was like, God Almighty, thank you for Apple Pay. And it was a fun time though. It was a real fun time. Like I was saying, me and Gabby are gonna try to go more next year, 2-3 times, like every 2 or 3 months. We're gonna try to go, just take a weekend and just go up there and just have a good time. It's 24/7. I think that is probably the coolest thing to me that they're 24/7. So if you wanted to, you could go in there and just stay all day and all night, and it's fun.
Imagine that's knowing somebody who doesn't have a house. They just go there at night.
I could imagine. I can imagine they go in there
I
at
mean,
like 10, 11 o'clock and just doot, $40.
walk out.
Look, $40 a night. That's cheaper than most hotels.
Exactly.
Look, all you got to do is pay for that. Pay for like a meal. Get you some beef bulgogi. You know, maybe get you some chicken strips if you want. Cause the cafeteria doesn't even close until 3. They don't even close until 3 in the morning. So it's like, dang. Like you really could sit in there and spend all the time that you want. But outside of doing that, we also went to this hot pot place. That's not like most other hot pot places. Because most hot pot places, they'll bring you the food each time you run out of an entree or whatever. How this one works is you go into the restaurant, they give you this big ass bowl and some tongs, and they say, hey, you see the bar up there? Take whatever you want out of the bar, put it in a bowl, then bring it up to the front. We'll get your broth squared away, everything. The caveat, it is $13.99 a pound, which isn't a bad price. It's not. But it is very easy to mess around and put a bunch of stuff in there and get up to 2 pounds. Because that's what I did. I ended up with 2.2 pounds of food before they even put the broth in it.
Ooh.
And you best believe I ate every bit of it too.
I would. Shit.
$13.99. You best believe I ate every drop of it.
I wouldn't have left it. I did.
It was a wonderful time, especially because the place we wanted to go it's called Nine Spices. It's a revolving hot pot, so it's like everything is on a conveyor belt, kind of like that one that we went to in Orlando that time.
Yeah, you and me.
Yes, it was kind of like that, but they were closed for renovation, so that's how we ended up at the other hot pot place, and it was wonderful. Then I want to say it was Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday night after we went to Sugarloaf Mills, we ended up at I think it's called like New China Eatery, is what it's called. Gabby found it on TikTok. It is a very hole in the wall place, but when I tell you that food was so doggone good, oh my god. I don't think I'll ever be the same. Like at this point, I'd move up to Duluth just so I could get to be a part and indulge myself in all these things on a regular basis. Cause, whew.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. Duluth drive.
It's a little bit of a drive, but look, it's worth it. It's worth it every time.
There.
And we went to Super H Mart. There's a Super H Mart up there. And when I tell you, I was overwhelmed walking up them aisles, because there is so much in there. There's like 4 restaurants. There's like a beauty place in there. It is so much.
Did y'all go to the what I think it's called Tesso? Tesso
No,
Life
we
somewhere?
did not.
There.
We
It's like
might.
is it like a Japanese store? They have food, claw machines, skincare, utensils, pots, pans, just about everything you go on is in that store.
I think we passed by that. We just didn't stop.
Umbrellas. I should always went to Sweet Hut.
You know, next time when we go, if we actually decide to invite y'all, we'll we'll all go. And
I'll take y'all more ball places.
and so I just want to also say that was a little dig at Kristal, and that was a dig at Kristal because before we left for the trip, she told us, "Hey, I gotta work, so you know it is what it is." We go up, we have a good time. We're texting her about the different stuff that's going on, and she decides to text me like, "Oh, didn't get an invite. How dare y'all? Blah 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 blah." And I said, "Hold the fuck up." Because what you're not about to do is try to sit here and complain that you didn't get an invite when you told us ahead of time before we even thought to invite y'all that you had to work. So don't do that. Don't, because to be honest, I thought about asking y'all. I did. I even brought it up to Gabby, but she was like, "Well, didn't she say that she had to work?" And I was like, "Yeah, she did say she had to work. You're right." And plus, they probably don't want to make that drive, especially after she gets off of work. So it is what it is. And then, so then I called her because I called her when she decided to complain about my Snap story because I had posted some of the food on my story. When she decided to complain, I called her. I said, "How dare you? Don't you do that? Because we were going to invite you, but you said you had to work." And she was like, "You know what? You're right. I just wanted to complain to complain." And she said that, and Gabby heard her say that, and I said, "How dare you? You just gonna call? You not call? You just want to complain just to complain? How dare you?"
Yeah. Funny enough, when you called me, I was at work.
Exactly, but it's still proving my point, and that's why we didn't even get y'all no Hansel and Gretel. Cause how dare you?
You know what? It's fine. We can go find it ourselves.
That's fine, and I'll make sure
We get.
Gabby don't give you the address.
I can find it myself.
You say that,
I got people.
I guess. But
All right.
all of that to say, that was a fun little time we had before coming back and then having to celebrate Christmas with my lovely wife. With Christmas being said, how was your Christmas, Miss Kristal? Miss
I
Complain to
had
Complain.
I had a nice Christmas.
Did you?
Spent time with our family. Ate some food. Had some laughs. Had some good laughs.
Well, that's good. Did you have any laughs
Yes.
at the expense of family or like?
Yes.
Oh damn!
What had happened was, no, it was a lot. More so the laughs at family came when we went to the second half of Christmas Day. We went to my parents' house, and because my family was doing a game night,
Ooh, we love game
and
nights.
you know, black folks, we started playing games, and
The liquor be
we started getting
flowing, and
yeah, we was getting rambunctious.
I bet y'all was. I bet you a
I'm sure my
violent.
dad,
I bet you a violent
he
game
ain't.
player, ain't you?
No, I was not a violent game player,
I don't believe that. Studio
but
audience, do she get violent when she be trying to win these games? Because I know she competitive.
he said absolutely not.
Listen here, you
Like,
simp. Don't lie. Don't lie for the camera.
listen, he was right beside me just about every game.
Listen here, you
And that's the
simp.
thing is, I only won one game.
Dang,
Only won one.
that's tragic.
But it was funny, watching my siblings try and fail
Damn.
at games. We was all failing together. We was like, they want to come with excuses. Oh, the table's slippery, the cup's broken. Oh, she cheating. No, you just uncoordinated.
Dang, not you just uncoordinated. You ain't gotta do them like that.
Yeah, you just listen. If you saw how we was playing these games, you would understand. It
Would
was
I?
a mess.
Would
Um,
I understand?
Injuries were sustained.
Damn! Not y'all out here bowing one another to get these dubs.
Actually, yes, two of my sisters did like they both were diving. They both dove for a cup on the ground. I think my little sister got a bruise on her knee. I dove for a cup against my brother's girlfriend, and her bracelet scratched me across the hand.
Mm.
Yeah, we was catching injuries left and right,
I
but
see.
it's fine.
Was
Listen,
it?
there was money on the line, so all warranted.
I don't know if that's. I don't know.
Again, there was money on the line. The prize for every game was money,
How
and we
much
want
though?
money, and we
Because I'm not out here about to. I'm not out here about to hurt my family over no $20. Like,
it was one of those like it's like they had like 10 envelopes, and each envelope had a random amount of money in it. So we didn't know.
see, I don't think I could do
Listen,
that.
did listen? I'm not gonna cap. I got a little envelope that had like $25 in it.
I guess. I guess that's
Listen,
fine.
but I would do it again.
I know you
I do
would.
it
I
again.
know you would. I know you would.
I
You big bully.
listen. When there's money on the line, family goes out the window.
That's
We are now all
crazy.
competitors. They
That's
actually got mad at me because we stopped playing games and started doing a little bit of trivia. I got two questions right. Two trivia questions right. Everybody got mad and it was like, oh, Kristal can't play no more. She already got three envelopes. She can't play no more. And they disqualified me from the rest of the games.
See? Oh, but what was
The
that
rest
you
of
just
the games,
said just then? You only won
like,
two? How you ended up with three envelopes then?
listen, that's because I answered the trivia questions.
Mm,
After I answered the second one, they cut me off. I couldn't play no more games. I was so upset. I think that's not fair.
it is. It's 100% fair.
And I didn't take away the most money.
Mm,
I didn't even get the most money at the end of the night.
mm.
Oh, Jordan and Angelica came up. Good. Jordan was like, "You can keep your pocket change." I said, "So he definitely
Ah,
came up."
that's funny.
My brother and his girlfriend wept. Everybody, they came up.
That's funny. Said you can keep your pocket change. We got the big munions now.
They did. He
That's
opened one envelope. He had $40, and that was the first game. He got $40. I said, "This is something." Book. Yeah, we had our fun. Before that, we went to Studio Arts Family House. So we did a murder mystery, which was fun.
ooh.
Um, was not happy that everyone accused me at the end.
Ha!
I was very. Cause did you accuse me? Okay. Cause like out of the whole people, like three, four people said I did it. I did not do it,
Dang.
and I was very upset because they were like, "She did it. She did it." I'm like, "Oh, I don't even work here, bro. I'm a client. I don't work here."
Just on the principle alone, I probably would have said you did it too. I ain't gonna lie.
But
Just
nobody actually guessed who it was.
look,
But I was
honestly,
still
out of off the principle alone, I probably would have guessed either you or a studio audience. Probably studio
either way. I
audience
was tired.
actually.
I mean, he played like the person who died, the victim's nephew. So he had. I was guessing you anyway.
Dang.
It was highway robbery
If we ever
that they
played like
would accuse.
Werewolf or Among Us,
Yes,
I'm
I love.
immediately voting for studio audience.
We we should play Among Us. Actually, I love Among
I
Us.
don't know if I trust y'all.
You've never played Among Us?
Oh, I have, but I mean, I don't think yeah, I played it, but I have a game. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta play Among Us. I love Among Us. Among Us is so fun.
It's fun when you're actually with a group of people that like y'all all know each other and y'all all like can fuck with each other,
Y'all can just test each other.
bro. Cause I played with some of my homies, and literally was in there. I had them stressing because I was like, bro, it ain't me. Hey, I was over here doing my task. And they were like, yeah, I saw him doing his task. They were like, where'd you find the body? It's like, see, it couldn't have been me because I was on the other side of the ship when that body was found.
Right, I was in med lab.
I,
I don't know where you was at.
look,
You was in a vent.
I was in the cockpit. Where do you think I was?
Right. I was at the button.
Look, got down to three people. I was the only imposter left. Had them voting for the. I had the dude voting for the other dude. I convinced him to vote for the other guy. I was like, bro, it ain't me. Who has been the only one that has actually been like on this shit the whole time? I've been on my task. I've been doing what I was supposed to do. And he was like, "Yeah, man, you know what? You're right." And look, I was just like, and look who was reported. Almost everybody, almost every single body
Mm,
who was reported. He's been
suspicious.
self-reporting the whole time. They were like, "Ooh, you're right.
Mm.
Ooh, it might be him." I was like, "Bro, hey, we can skip this vote, but I promise you, if we skip it, we're gonna lose." And as soon as he voted him out, I was like, "Ah, gang, gang, told you." They were like, "Bro, I hate him. His poker face is too good."
Yeah, we definitely got to play at some point eventually. I think that'd be fun.
It would be. It would be. Uh,
It's squad together.
so what did studio audience get you for Christmas, and vice versa?
He got me the next 5 or 6 volumes
Ooh.
of manga from my favorite anime,
Which is
Toilet Bound Hanako-kun.
okay. Okay, I mess with it.
That he got me those like 6 volumes of that.
Okay.
It was an early Christmas gift because life happens.
I mean, yeah, I guess life happens.
I mean, it's Christmas. It was around Christmas,
I
so
guess
I took it as a Christmas gift.
that's fair.
Studio audience, what'd you get for Christmas?
Uh,
Well, from me, what'd you get from Christmas for Christmas?
yes, Crystal got me Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero for the PS5.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
so that'd be nice.
nice little game to have. I might
A
eventually.
nice one.
I might eventually get it for my PC. I don't know. Actually, probably once I build a better PC with more storage, then fine. Because I'm in a constant state of like having to rotate out which game I got downloaded on my PC. I've hit that point of my PC life. Which, granted, to have had this thing for 4 going on 5 years, it's done me well. Look, I ain't like some of these content creators that can pop out new computers every like 6 to 8 months.
Those ones are not cheap. Those are
Well,
expensive.
Listen, if I could be like Markiplier and just spend money, because I listen to Distractable, and damn near every episode he's talking about some new component that he got for like his render farm. Or a new component that he got for one of his new computers. The dude has like 5 fucking computers that don't include the one that he used to play games and stream on. So it's just like,
Uh,
I love that.
Markiplier just needs free minutes, and I'm here for
Markiplier, Markiplier need to just name me as the heir to his kingdom.
it. Just put me on payroll, Mark. That's all I want.
because
Man,
one of the most
what?
expensive parts of CPU is the graphics card.
What?
They're like one of the most, I'm sure one of the most expensive parts for a CPU is the graphics card.
Yes, of course. I'm very aware.
Mm.
I trust me. I'm very aware. When I built this one, I opted to upgrade the graphics card that was gonna come with it because I had somebody help me like with the different parts and everything, and I was like, I'll upgrade the graphics card. I'd rather pay a little bit more for a better graphics card, which in turn made me have to upgrade my power supply because of course you have to have a stronger power supply in order to fucking have a better graphic card, which in turn meant I had to get more RAM. So it's one of those things that you got to be careful because one piece can eventually turn into you having to replace the entire computer.
Ooh,
I was I
yeah, yeah, I got that.
I was helping one of my coworkers. Well, I say coworkers. We both work at the college. I was helping her because she's trying to build a PC, and I was telling her like, look, if you want just like a good baseline computer, not including like monitors, mouse, keyboard, you're gonna just for the actual like computer itself is gonna run you anywhere from $800 to $1,200 just for that alone. Then once you start adding in like, do you want to run dual monitors, which you're gonna want to run dual monitors, plus like, oh you want a keyboard that lights up, or you want a mouse that lights up, then you're gonna be running like $1,500 for all of that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
So it is what it is. But it was a fun time. For Christmas, on our end of things, and I know there are going to be some people like, what? You gave her Christmas and a birthday? Yes, I did. Because when you love yours over here, you do
Yes.
stuff like that. Um, so for Christmas, I didn't ball out as much as for like her birthday, but I still did get her something that meant a lot to her. I got her a crochet kit, a 72-piece crochet kit. Gabby in recent months have picked up crocheting and has gotten really good at it, and so I got her one of those, and she loved it. She loved it. She loved it. She loved it. She was actually using part of it last night. I had gone into my office. I don't remember what I was doing in here, but I was doing something in here, and I keep dropping something. Um, I literally went into the room. I went into the room, and she's literally sitting in bed, listening to one of her books, and like crocheting with the kit that I got her. So it's pretty cool. Speaking of book, so I say this on the podcast so I don't forget later. We're gonna have Gabby on eventually, so that way she can explain the recent series that she's picked up, because it's just
Love that.
do we
Love that for her.
shut up, shut up,
Yes.
shut up immediately, shut up.
I'm sure it's something great and educational and full of
You stop lying right now. Don't you say another. You stop lying right now.
and unicorns. It's
Anyway,
nothing but a good family friendly time.
oh no, now you need to stop lying for real. Stop it.
I don't know what it is. But I'm sure it's
And I
nothing
can
but
tell
good
you that you're
wholesome.
lying right now. But Bay indulged me and my childhood wonder. She indulged me, and she bought me a Beyblade set, baby. Your boy,
Yeah.
I am now the owner of a dozen Beyblades. I can't even get all of them to put them all in the shot, but this is half of them right here. This is a little bit more than half of them. I got a dozen. It came with 3 launchers. It came with a stadium, and I'm lit because my plan now is for my birthday next year. I'm gonna host a Beyblade tournament, and on said Beyblade tournament, it's gonna be, yes, I have the whole thing set up. I'm gonna have it set up.
Fancy.
It's gonna be $25 to enter, and the winner gets the pot. That's gonna be the prize for the winner of the tournament. And we're gonna have food, we're gonna have drinks, we're gonna have music. I'm gonna be the best host because I'm gonna host my own birthday party tournament because that's what I wanna do.
I love that idea.
It's gonna be great. And it's gonna be bring your own Beyblade. Well, maybe it'll be bring your own Beyblade. Well, it'll be bring your own Beyblade. But if you really want to participate and you don't have Beyblade, by my birthday next year, I'm sure I'll have 2 dozen Beyblades. So if you need to rent one out, I have to stat block because some of these are better than others. I've already come to the realization some of these are way better than others. Some are because it comes with the 4 Beyblades fall under 4 categories: attack, defense, speed, and balance. And so some of these are better than others in the sense that like some of these are attack based and they will wreck most any other Beyblade. Some of these are defense based. They can take a hit. The speed one I love and hate because you hit them, you let it rip. They drop into the stadium and they just circle. They just spin the lip of the stadium. They'll just do that, and you can win. It's a cheesy way to win, in my opinion, but you can win that way. It is a very cheesy way to win, but you can win by outspinning your opponent. And then the balance one, I like the balance one just because of the fact that like they can because you can like let them rip and they'll just sit there and they'll just spin for like 2 minutes without like they'll just, if there's not another Beyblade in the stadium with it, you just zoop and it'll just
I love that.
sit there. And I will admit,
Honest,
say huh?
It's just they're minding its own little business.
Yep, it absolutely does. And I didn't gonna lie. As soon as I opened it and I figured out how to make it work, I was literally sitting on the floor in front of the couch, and like I had one in. And I was like, "Yeah, let's go! 3, 2, 1, let it rip!" And I did the whole thing, and like I sang part of one of the theme songs, and I was like, "Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip!" Also, something I found out because I had a conversation with a homie of mine recently because I asked him because I was curious in my Beyblade obsession. I was like, did we ever have anybody in the Beyblade universe that they had like a gauntlet launcher? So like the launcher was in the gauntlet, so all they had to do was just like boom. And he was like, no, I don't think we ever did. So I looked it up. There's like 12 seasons of Beyblade. Like,
Oh,
like the show had like 12 seasons. 12, I think like 10 actually, because the three there's like three that fell into early 2000s. I think like two or three that were after that, and then I think literally the last season ended in like early 23. Like they've been doing Beyblade for a long time, and I love it to death,
yes.
and I'm so hyped, and I gotta figure out like what I gotta do to some of these because some of these are not meant to be battled because I got like one or two of them that like I'll set them up to battle, and as soon as they make contact with the other one, they just literally
I love that.
like they just boop, pop apart, and I'm just sitting here like, how did that happen? Literally, I watched it happen before we got on this call, cause I did like one more duel just to have a little fun, and I was like, how the frick did that happen? How did that happen?
The world may never know.
Like what went on that made this happen? You know, if I could just now I gotta figure out how to get this thing back in there. 'Cause now it doesn't want to. Now it doesn't want to get back in the little sink.
Because you questioned it.
You're right. I did, and I'll do it again.
It's not going to work because you keep questioning it and what it's doing with this life.
And that's why I fixed it. That's what you get trying to tell me. Question is life. But I'm glad your Christmas went well. I'm glad y'all had a good fun Christmas time. I also got two new ramen bowls. One of which is a My Hero inspired My Hero ramen bowl. That one actually came from good friend of the podcast, and I will now dub him as our new social media consultant, Rob. I didn't post it on Instagram, and I feel bad. He actually did help us get a reel for last week's episode, and he's gonna listen to this one once it drops, and he'll tell us like, "Oh, this section is a good one. That section is a good one." The Cooking with Kaya one actually did do some okay numbers. It wasn't like groundbreaking or anything, but there was some okay numbers.
Yeah, I love that.
And so we're working on it. Hopefully, actually, there's no hopefully. Next year, I'm gonna say this right now. We are gonna have big things coming because there's something. The first episode, and I mean this, and Kristal, you're gonna have to remember this. The first episode, we're back in the studio together, like in person. We have something special for you guys. Something special that I know that you'll probably enjoy, and I know a lot of people are gonna enjoy. So that's gonna be something great. But yeah, with that though, we're going to talk about something that we're going to do something from our actual usual rundown, which is our question of the week. This is probably our one and only section that we're actually going to do this week, which is the question of the week. But the question this week, and this also came as a result of Rob. Thank you, Rob, for this question.
Thank you, Rob.
When it comes to the holidays, especially like, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, New Year, what is a holiday tradition that you partake in every year? And we got a couple of answers on our Facebook page. And then I will admit, I outsourced a couple more off of Reddit. But Here we go for one. This first one is from my buddy Alex. Eggnog. That is all. And I know exactly what he means by that. He drinks eggnog. And he will
Ew.
start, the moment that they start selling it in stores, he will have a carton and he will be drinking it. And I know that for a
Yeah.
fact because even back when we were in college together, he would do that and he would have some and he'd share it. He's a real cool guy. He'll share it. He'll be like, "Hey, you want some eggnog? Yeah, I'd enjoy some eggnog." Because my dad is the same
No.
way. My dad drinks eggnog. Well, probably not so much as much in recent years. Just you know, you got to watch out for his health. But I definitely remember growing up, and it's one of those things that I've grown an appreciation for, and I do enjoy it now that I'm older. When I was younger, I tried it, and I was just like, ew, I don't like it.
What even is eggnog?
You know, that is a
What
wonderful
is it?
question. It involves eggs. I know that much.
Exactly? That's it. Like, what else is in it?
So eggnog,
Yes, eggnog. What is? Because I know you drink it too. So what is it?
That's crazy. Let's see. Hold on. I got you. Eggnog.
egg, cream, spices like nutmeg and vanilla, and fortified with, well, this is like optional, rum, whiskey, or
Huh.
brandy.
So
Okay.
it's
So
like salted batter.
according to Wikipedia, because Wikipedia is the most trusted source. The country of origin is the United Kingdom, and eggnog, historically known as milk punch or an egg milk punch, when alcoholic beverages are added, is a rich, chilled, sweetened, dairy-based beverage traditionally made with milk, cream, sugar, egg yolk, and whipped egg white, which gives it the frothy texture and its name. A distilled spirit such as brandy, rum, whiskey, or bourbon is often a key ingredient. So, what I am saying right now is that December 2025, we will be trying some alcoholic eggnog on the podcast. That'll absolutely be no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make that face. Don't make that face. For those of you that are listening, she made that little like duck face, the questioning duck face that they do. That like, ooh, I don't know about that. Yes, we will. We will be doing it. We will be, especially because the people will be asking for it. The people will demand it. The people will demand it. You've already said that you've already made enough deals with me on this podcast that you know that you won't be able to get out of it. Because you already
I
have the
didn't agree.
deal that when we go back to Orlando, you're going to ride the slingshot. You and James are going to ride the slingshot. Me and Gabby are going to ride it, then you and James. You've already made that deal. I have it on the podcast.
I did not agree
Yes,
to
you
drinking
did.
eggnog. I was drinking eggnog.
You're going to.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, just like you tried to make that deal that I'd get my dick tattooed for so many followers, which I never would have done.
You're right. You're right. I did that. I did do that.
Exactly.
I did that.
Exactly. So don't even try that. Next tradition, but we gonna come back to the eggnog. This one is from my friend Gigi, a real close friend of mine. I've been friends with her for many years at this point. Uh, my dad's family does this heinous, revolting, evil thing where they get cans of strange foods from the market and they take the labels off and they try the quote unquote mystery meat and they attempt to name whatever on God's green earth they are eating. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever witnessed in my entire life. I cannot stress this enough. I refuse to participate.
So they over there playing 10K challenge every year.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, and maybe it's my maybe it's the adventurous side of me. I would do it once just to see, and only because I would be able to watch them open the cans.
I mean, I do it one time for the one time too.
Exactly, just once to be able to be like, oh, okay, well, I see what it's like now.
Never again.
Right. This last one on our Facebook post is actually going to be a video, so I'm going to share the video. I'm going to share my screen, but then I'll edit it to be better. I'll edit it better for the podcast, I guess. This one actually comes from Rob. So this one's gonna be interesting. Let's see. Share screen.
I love it.
There we go. Can you see it? Well,
Beep,
it really won't matter if you can see it. All you got to do is hear it. So
Important Catalan
I'm
traditions
seeing.
that you're going to see if you're over here in Barcelona has to be the caganer. Now, if you don't already speak Spanish or Catalan, cagar is to poop. So the caganer is the pooper. And this is used at Christmas time. Normally, and when I was growing up, we had baby Jesus, Mary, and Joseph in our manger scene, maybe added some of the three wise men. What you have here is an extra character. At Christmas time, the manger scene is very important, and you'll find all sorts of characters that you can add in, all the animals, the town next door, but the one extra character is this guy, the caganer. What he's there for, he's taking a nice little poop behind, is he's fertilizing the soil, giving you good luck into the new year. So at Christmas time, if you don't have this in your house, you're not going to have that good luck for the new year. One of the most important.
So, with that being said, the tradition that they have, and I guess that probably Rob participates in, is having the pooper in his house, so that way he can bring good fortune and good luck into the new year. That is an interesting tradition. I don't know if I'd ever participate in such, but because listen, there's enough tradition to go around over here, especially with like New Year's and because they say like, oh, eat 12 grapes before New Year. Then when you have a meal on New Year's Day, you're supposed to eat greens, black-eyed peas to bring money and good fortune. That has been a tradition. Oh my goodness gracious, my whole life, and literally, I'm slick excited because I'm pretty sure we're gonna go see my parents for New Year's, so probably we'll get a chance to have some of that in the new year, and I'm excited for it. But yeah, those are some traditions. We also have some for Reddit. This one, like the one that I wanted to read for sure, because it is cute to me. My family has a tradition of leaving riddles on cards and guessing what the gift is before opening. We go around one by one, reading our hand out loud so everyone can guess, then open it and show the room. Ends up taking like 5 hours to get through for everyone to get through their gifts, but it's always a fun time.
I'm not opening gifts for 5 hours.
That I was about to say the same thing. Like it's all well and good until
That 5 hours hit.
right.
Nah.
This is
They
one.
don't even need to take.
Say what?
It don't even need to take 1 hour to open gifts.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. All right. So this next one, I'm kind of hoping that Gabby and I can get into at some point in our lives. Every year, my wife and I buy an ornament for our tree that corresponds with something that happened that year. So we have a tree filled with all of these weird, wacky ornaments like a tennis ball. We started playing tennis that year. Swedish Chef, Europe trip. Ship Captain Nutcracker, our first cruise, amongst many others. It's such a fun tradition in December to debate what we get and then finding something and then reliving them all when we put them up. That's cute.
Actually, it's a good idea.
It is very.
I like. I'll take that idea.
Ooh, this one's cute. Every Christmas, the kids in the house have wrapping paper put over the entrances to their room so they get to rip through it in the morning. It originally started as a way to keep a certain kid in when he kept coming out early and opening presents before everyone was awake. That's funny. That's funny. It's just like, oh yeah, what started as a way to keep this one little badass kid from opening the gifts early in the morning turned into a tradition where now all the kids get to like bust out of their rooms and be like, ah!
Like on the football team,
Right.
getting ready to start a game.
Right.
That's for the kids.
Right. But yeah, those are some Christmas traditions. What about, holiday traditions, but they kind of did veer a little bit closer to Christmas. Do you have any tradition that you follow or that you do?
Not too many that I can think of. You cut the tree off, cut the lights off the tree off every night except Christmas Eve. and Christmas night. Those are the 2 nights that the tree has to stay on all night. Christmas Eve, they stay on Christmas Eve so Santa knows where to go so he can see. Christmas night is so he knows he's been here already.
Okay.
Like it flashes in the North Pole. They're like, oh, their lights are on, so they got their gifts. Great. So,
That is a real good one. I like that. I like that a lot.
and back before I moved out, every year, for some weird reason, we didn't mean to make it a tradition. It just became a tradition that we always did.
That's how it
But
always
we didn't
happens.
know it was. The TBS plays 24 hours of A Christmas Story every year.
Yes.
Somehow, every year, there's at least one TV in the house playing Christmas Story all day long. No one's ever watching it. It's just always on at least one TV
That's funny. That's cute and that
the
is
entire
funny.
time.
That
So
is
no matter what, it might switch TVs. Might one day it might be living room TV. Next it might be like the bedroom TV. At least one TV is playing Christmas Story,
that's funny.
and you're never gonna watch the entire movie. You're gonna watch the same part 3 times throughout the day,
Yeah.
and eventually you're gonna get the entire movie at some point. It might be in like very bad order, but at some point you're gonna see the whole movie.
That's fair. That's valid. I mess with it.
Fun times.
Studio audience, you got
Got any-
anything?
You got any Christmas traditions your family does?
Eggnog, thing, eggnog, the Pollyanna thing.
Oh, the Pollyanna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Secret Santa, as some people like to say. I think Pollyanna is one of the more than a thing.
I don't know, right? Because I had never heard it be called a Pollyanna before you said that. I'm like, what is a Pollyanna?
Yeah.
I never in my life heard that.
Until he just specified Secret Santa, I was literally about to be like, the hell is a Pollyanna?
Okay, so I think it is. It might be a northern thing because I've never in my life heard of Pollyanna. I was like, Pollyanna, what is that? Secret Santa. Oh, okay. Why's it called Pollyanna?
Personally, I favor White Elephant. That's my
I
fun.
think White Elephant is more fun.
See, White Elephant can only be fun if everybody involved is close. Cause like, God only knows if you do a White Elephant with somebody that you don't like, and then let's say you get a gift and they're the ones that decide like, oh, I'll take that gift, and then it's just like,
Night.
and it's like now I'm going into 2020, like I'm going into the new year full of spite, and like I hope that thing breaks on you.
I mean, we did White Elephant for work, for like a work Christmas party.
I would never be
a couple
involved.
years.
I could never.
It ended up being a whole bunch, like 5 blankets and like some actually decent gifts, and everybody just kept stealing like a Georgia Bulldog blanket
That's funny.
over and over again.
That's funny.
But then in the end, it was like the owner ended up giving away like $500.
Dang.
Yeah, it was like that's. Yeah.
Damn.
He gave away the TV a year before.
See, I could do Secret Santas at work, but I don't know if I could do it for White Elephant. I really don't.
I said the second time we did White Elephant, I got baby formula. I gave because I knew who put it in the little mix, so I gave back. I said, "Girl, take this home. Take that back to your house.
Not
Give
take
that
it
back.
home. Not take that home.
You take it back."
Not take it home.
I mean, I want to say she was pregnant at the time, so I said, "Take it back. You need it more than me."
Oh, that's so terrible. Not terrible. That's funny.
I'm
But
not-
like,
Put it in her unborn baby's mouth.
okay. She probably didn't even go out and get a gift. She probably was like, oh, I just grabbed something out the house because I ain't got money like that. I have an unborn child to think of.
No, what's crazy? I think I'm the one that told her to take baby formula. think I'm the one that told her to take the baby formula.
Uh-uh-uh.
Well, that backfired on me.
Yeah, it did. A mess. Um, but yeah, as far as Christmas tradition, that's pretty. That's pretty. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Do you have a Christmas tradition that you follow or a holiday tradition that you follow? Please let us know down below, cause it'll be a nice little fun thing for us to read and do.
All right. Do y'all like throw hands every Christmas Eve and the winner gets to open presents first?
Okay, but I would do that if I had kids.
Y'all gotta fight it out.
If I had kids,
Turn it.
it would be 10 a.m. every Christmas morning. I'd have like a little miniature like blow up ring set up in the middle of the living room, and be like, "Look, this year the theme is kickboxing, so you can kick, you can punch, you can use submission. But if somebody taps out or says uncle, it's over. Winner gets to open presents first. It's going to be one round. We're fighting until we have a winner. If I see something that's illegal, I'm going to stop it. You get 2 times to do something illegal. All right? Ready? Let's get it now. Ding ding.
I think that'd be funny.
I promise you, I'm going to spend the entire year coaching both of them. I'm not going to coach
Like, I
this
got
one.
never for Christmas kickboxing, bro. They're like, what is Christmas kickboxing? But this thing, you don't tell them it's for Christmas. You're like, oh, we're gonna learn kickboxing, you guys. It's gonna be fun. Then Christmas, all right, ding ding ding. Year long training. Let's go.
Look.
Get it.
Oh my gosh.
That would be hilarious.
It would be. It would be the funniest thing. You know, of course, you'd have all those different ones that if they found out, they'd be like, "That's so horrible. How'd you make your children fight on Christmas?" Because it is hilarious. It's fun to watch.
They love it. They look forward to it.
Literally, they look forward to it. They get to spar.
Wake up, it's getting started.
Right.
They know what's coming.
Look, got my son and my daughter in there, both in their room Christmas morning, hitting them push up, doing some squats, doing pull ups. Just like, dang, y'all taking this thing serious, ain't y'all? Yeah.
They're gonna have a friend over on Christmas. And like, what are you doing? I gotta get ready, bro. I want presents. I'm ready.
Look, show up to grandma and granddaddy's house with a black eye talking about some, what happened to you? He threw an illegal elbow, bruh. He threw an
Play
illegal.
dirty.
He's like, he threw an illegal elbow. What was I supposed to do?
You're right.
It's just like he already had me in the top mount. I don't know why he had to throw the elbow down. Somebody's gonna clip that one day and use that as a defense to say I'm a terrible father. I already know it's gonna happen.
Oh no. But you're gonna start clipping. You're gonna go through all the episodes, like reasons why.
Bro, I already know that's gonna happen one of these days. Somebody's gonna look through, they're gonna flip through, and they're gonna be like, really?
It's debatable.
Right. That was a good section. Now, this episode is probably going to be a little bit shorter because we only really have one more thing. Unless Miss Kristal Deshan has the name of the asshole. I don't think she does. She's very unprepared. As you know, we're a day late and $1 short, so.
Listen, I have it just in case, but we ain't gotta do it.
Nah, we ain't gonna do it. Not this week.
I'll keep it in the chamber.
Because this week, our last section for the episode, and this is absolutely off the hip, spur of the moment. Neither of us have had any time to prepare for this. Since this is the last episode officially of the Drunk Texting Podcast for the year of 2024, we are going to name some things that we've enjoyed about this year. Doesn't necessarily have to be about the podcast, just something that we've enjoyed for the year of 2024. Now, I'm going to let Kristal go first so I can get a moment to think.
Darn you. I enjoyed spending time with friends and family and having new experiences, like traveled to a new state. I went on a cruise to a new country. Yeah. just I had a lot of fun experiences in 24. Some good, some bad, but experience nonetheless.
You know, that's a good thing to have. That's a good thing to have. I think for me, my first thing is gonna be uh, kind of similar. Really good fun that I had. I had a lot of fun this year. I will admit, even though the lows were kind of low, I had a lot of good fun this year. Similar to you, Gabby and I went on a cruise. We went on a cruise this year. Literally went to a new country. I did at least. We went to a bunch of concerts this year. I mean, we got to see Megan the Stallion, Cupcake. We saw Billie Eilish. So we went to some concerts this year. You know, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Some fun times had by all. And I think that hopefully we can carry that over into the new year. But I also know that next year is going to be a very frugal year because we have a couple friends getting married, one of which is going to be in March. How dare she have a wedding in March? Like, that's so early in the year. Um,
What do you mean? That's a good time.
that's so early in the year. Oh,
After daylight savings.
I guess. Um, then we're going to be going to Canada next year because we got another wedding in Canada. Uh,
Fun.
then there was something else we had next year. I mentioned it before we started today, but I like those two for sure. So next year is going to be a rather frugal year, but it's going to be a fun one nonetheless. I think next year is going to have a lot of good stuff happening and a lot of good stuff being afforded for us. Um, but yeah, I think that's going to be my number one is the getting to experience a lot of stuff this year for my answer. Next,
I'd say all the experiences we had, both individually as a couple, good and bad, it all helps us grow in different ways. And yeah,
What
that's
about
my,
your experiences? What was
say
your like highs of
my,
24 or 2024?
I'd say getting a quit,
Okay.
cruise, travel, uh, getting stronger in my job,
Okay.
spend more time with loved ones, being more intentional about that. Yeah, just overall growth and fun.
okay. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Hmm. Crystal.
Look,
Next.
I went first.
Yeah, I know. That's how we're gonna continue. We're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that. What?
Uh, I'll tag it back on. I also went to, a few concerts, a musical this year. Went and saw Melanie Martinez in concert with some friends.
Ooh.
Went and saw Hamilton went and saw Hamilton at the Fox Theater. That was fun.
Must have been nice.
It was nice. It was a Valentine's Day present, so it was very nice.
Okay, come on, Valentine's Day present. Oh, we love that.
Yeah,
We love
you
that.
know, went to a wedding. Well, was in a wedding. That was very fun. That was a nice time.
Nice, nice. We love that. We love being able to be a part of weddings.
We do. Mm, Next.
Um, my wrestling. I think that'll be mine for this one. Then my wrestling kind of picked up this year. I was able to have a good amount of time, a good lot of fun, getting to do stuff this year with wrestling. Became in my own words, I guess I would say, I got a chance to become kind of a de facto like poster child for cracking professional wrestling, which that's just me spouting my own nonsense. I don't know for sure uh, if I would call myself that guy, but at the same time, I'm like it was still pretty fun. Yeah, I like, not to toot my own horn, but I would say, like, yeah, de facto, I did get a chance to do that, and it was fun. Um, yeah, I think just as a whole, professional wrestling, I got to meet a lot of celebrity people in wrestling this year. My therapist was like, "Your dream is coming true, one step at a time," and it's really awesome just to have those experiences in wrestling. So I think wrestling was definitely a positive this year.
Yes. Well, you gonna finish it off?
I'll say more specifically, again, growing in my field, seeing my clients graduate, in a sense, quote unquote, graduate, um, not needing therapy as much as they used to, and just going on and living their lives. One of them, some of them may like get promotions or in new relationships, hitting new milestones. So that's always great to see and be a part of.
We love that. Self improvement. We love it.
Yeah, yeah. Next.
No, I know. No more next. I
What
got
you
no
mean
more
no more? What
next.
you mean no more next? What you mean you ain't got no
No
more
more
next?
next. Ain't got no more next. I can always.
You ain't got no more.
Uh, no, I'm saying not my answer, but you growing confident. That's a good thing.
Not that look. Not that
It's
look.
true.
Not that look though.
Anyway, I don't really have any more
Mm,
next.
I got one more. I got one more. One more positive that I think was really awesome for the year is I got to experience starting this podcast with you. And I
Yeah.
think, this was, because I've said it on the podcast before, this was a pipe dream, literally just made up between me and a friend of mine. He kind of had the idea, and I just was like, "Hey, you wanna make this a reality? Like, we can make this a real thing. Like, if you want." And he was just like, "Well, I don't really care that much, but if you want to, you can." I was just like, "Oh, say less." And
You have to say.
yeah, it's just a fun time. I will say. I think it was fun. I think it was something that, without this podcast, I don't know if I would have had nearly as good of a year uh, than I did. I think, uh, I literally think that this year it was made tenfold better by being able to have this podcast. I think
I would agree with that.
just this year would just make tenfold better by being able to have the podcast, being able to do what we've done on this podcast, and I
Yeah.
just
It's helped us grow as friends.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely,
It's
100%.
great. Love that.
Because not everybody could say they're a part of the podcast.
Yeah,
That's facts. That's big facts.
I don't know, maybe down the line it may grow to a point where, hey, maybe we want like we can bring more people onto the team. Like this person can
oh,
take
absolutely.
care of this sec.
That is 100% the
Yeah.
goal, is to have a dedicated team. I'm talking content manager. I'm talking like a dedicated editor, social media team that their whole job is just they get with the editor, they get some reels, they post them up for us, and literally just help us run the show because I feel like that would be much needed, much appreciated, and a lot of good times, a lot of fun times.
Yeah.
But really, I don't think there's anything left to say. Oh, there's so much left in here. Oh, there's so much left in here. Hold on, I'm gonna shotgun this shit before we end today's episode. I really am. Hold on, give me a second. Ah, this is so strong. I think it's made stronger by the fact that it's iced. Say something nice to the people while I'm doing this, Kristal, please. We can't just have awkward silence.
Let's all awkwardly, silently watch him suffer.
Next year, this is going to be very exciting. It's going to be quite fun.
It will.
You know what?
Lots,
Since you
lots. Don't do
since you
it.
want to be like that, since you want to be like that, all right, then, yeah.
Wait,
All right, hey, since you want to be like that, nah. Since you want to be like that, since you want to be like that, then I'm a muter. Since you want to, let's just awkwardly sound. Wow, I'm a mute the soundboard too. Mute the soundboard too. Ha! Yeah, that's right. Keep on, I'm going to disable videos. Keep on, I'm going to disable your video. Oh, man. There, I unmuted you. But your soundboard is still muted. No, that's what you get. That's what you get.
That's not nice. It's very not nice. I'm trying to bring entertainment to the peoples.
What's not nice is I asked you to help me as my co-worker, as my co-host.
I am helping. Give me a second. Gosh. Creating art.
1. There, you said give you a second. I gave you a second. 1. Lord have mercy. That's cute. That is cute.
Thank you. See, now I was making art and you stifled my creativity.
Oh, I stifled your creativity? We love that. We love that.
It actually is a cute little tree, actually. I rock with this tree. Get a white line tattoo.
Ah. Yeah.
I'm hitting my white line tattoo.
Hey man, I never got a henna tattoo. They always had them at VSU. I never got a chance to have one.
I didn't either.
They always had them, and
I was kind of scared. Like, I didn't understand.
I always missed the line.
I say that never.
I had an ex who she was one of those like music festival goers, so she would go to like a bunch of them in a year. And she had, I want to say the first time I actually ever met her, she had a henna tattoo from a festival that she had went to.
That's funny.
It was crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy times. It was. But yeah, now that I've officially finished my drink, Lord have mercy, we are going to roll right into the end of today's episode, which is the last episode of 2024. Goodness gracious. Episode 34 is the last episode of 2024. Don't you just love that?
I do actually.
But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Drunk Texting Podcast. If you guys have enjoyed today's episode, then why don't you please do us a favor, leave a like, leave a comment. If you haven't already, please follow us. Share this podcast everywhere that you can share this podcast, because gosh darn it, that's how we get our name out there, is publicity. That's how people that work in distilleries know who we are, because people go and talk to people in distilleries about a podcast where they have some drink, talk some mess, and help them through their Thirsty Thursdays and Flight Fridays as only they can. yeah, man, follow me everywhere. All the links will be down below. If you don't feel like clicking the links, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Bluesky at YoungJB at underscore YoungJB. So it's at underscore YUNGJAYBEE. Yeah, that's me. Please, Miss Kristal, tell the people where they can find you.
You find me everywhere. At Kristal Chan, KRISTALDESHANE.
Absolutely, we love that so incredibly much. Excuse me. But with that being said, we are going to leave it there. We'll see you all next week. Hopefully, actually on Thursday. And if not, you
In the
can
new
blame Kristal
year.
again. But we see
Man,
next
working,
week.
working, working.
If we see next week, it'll be episode 35. It'll be the first episode of the new year. Oh, it's crazy to think that we actually managed to make it to a new year with this podcast. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please remember that you are loved, you are appreciated, and we are so incredibly happy that you joined us here this entire year for the Drunk Texting Podcast. We will see you all in the new year. Bye-bye.
I added black dots to the tree.
Lord have mercy.
If you or a loved one is struggling with alcohol abuse, dial the National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline at 1-800-662-4357. The National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline provides information on alcohol and drug abuse, local treatment options, and support through hotline counselors who are there to help and speak with you about alcohol, drug, or family problems.